We are talking Lady Cougar basketball on your home for the Cougars, Mediacom Channel 22. Head coach of those Cougars, Mike Davis. The team again went on that bounce back after the loss to William Woods. You won the 4 in a row, and then the tough loss at Park on the road. But you come home for a game against Stevens College here, a team you beat already this season across town here. Talk a little bit about what the Stars are going to bring to Southwell Complex Thursday.
Well, a player that was injured the first time we played them, Megan Sheffield, their 6'2" girl, is back playing with them right now. She had been fighting a stress fracture. So she makes them better instantly. I think for us, our challenge right now is coming off of a loss. How do you handle that? Do you get yourself back going? Big week of preparation for us this week, not just for this game, but for the rest of the season, to tune yourself back in and get back going. Because when you're on a little bit of a win streak and you lose one, sometimes, you take a real step backwards. And the thing for us is to have a great week of preparation. And I think, with Stevens being across town, I think they do bring a great deal of energy into this game. I think it is something that's very important to them. So, we do get their best shot. Saturday, then we travel over to William Woods, so good ball game there. At the present time, we're tied with them at 6-2 at the top of our league. So that will be a good atmosphere and a fun ball game. So it's a big week for us right now. And, we've talked about all the issues and challenges that this team has had. But really the amazing thing is they've done a pretty good job keeping themselves up right at the top of this conference. And it's been really rewarding as a coach to watch them compete at that level and still accomplish things and, for our goals to not change and still be fighting to get there.
And that's the thing, too, with the conference, with quite a bit of parity, really, with a lot of the schools. You can only really control what you're doing with your own game that specific night at whatever arena it is.
You'd make a good coach. That's what I tell them all the time. There you go, Cosmo.
And don't worry about Woods till you play Stevens.
That's exactly right.
But that's that's probably something that comes up. I know that's certainly a topic of conversation in conversations with coaches, with players, about not looking ahead to the next game or 2 games ahead. Just concentrate on the next game. Knock that one out of the way first. Obviously, a chance to go to William Woods at that point to return the favor, if you will. They came here and won here, so it'd be kind of a nice trip to return that favor, and especially the way that would head out for the standings.
Both losses that we have in the conference, William Woods here and up at Park, both of those teams really shot the ball well against us. And they made shots. And, we're really trying to force teams into a perimeter look, and both those teams did a great job of shooting the basketball from the perimeter to put themselves in a position to win. So, I think some of it's on us, and then sometimes the team just makes shots. Yeah. So I think it's up to us to stick with what we do and know what we do well, and it's the same thing with Stevens in here on Thursday. We need to know what we do and how we need to play the game. And, when we do those things, we give ourselves that chance to have success. And I think that's something our young ladies have figured out. And, it's one thing, again, we talked earlier, here's what you need to do to win. But it's another thing to be disciplined enough to do it and do it over and over. And, I think for a young team especially, this group has been very, very good at being disciplined to put themselves into those spots.
That's the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Mike Davis. Again, the home game against Stevens and then on the road at William Woods. So an opportunity for Cougar fans, if you have not been. I know that atmosphere there. I've been to one of the road games there at William Woods, and the atmosphere is fantastic and electric. And they always have a great fan base. Home and on the road, and then a chance to come back home too with Williams Baptist and Missouri Baptist both coming here to Southwell Complex. Talk a little bit about those second time through those 2 teams.
Well, those will be two big games for us here. As of right now, Williams Baptist is in 3rd place in the conference. I want to say they're 6-3. They've played 1 more game than everyone else has. So they're in a very good spot too, and they're looking to try and climb that next step. And we talk about it all the time, but it's the fun part of being at Columbia College is you do get the best shot of other people. It is a big ball game. When Park had success against us on Saturday, it was a major accomplishment for them after that ball game. So I think that's a great learning experience for our kids, and it makes you stay on top of your game as well. Missouri Baptist is a team that's really struggled within our conference this year. And yet when you see them, they don't play at that level. Very dangerous team. We played very well at their place to get a win, but they'll come in here ready to go, and if they shoot the ball well, hey, then you've got a different ball game.
That's Coach Mike Davis of the Lady Cougars. Again, a couple big home games on the schedule. And before you know it, as you mentioned, talking about earlier with Kirsty Wilkerson, how quickly the 4 years have gone by. Before you know it, you'll be waiting to see where the brackets are at in that AMC conference tournament, and then hopefully another trip back to the national tournament. Full schedule of the games, again, exact dates and times online at ColumbiaCougars.com. We'll come back one final segment with the coach. After this, you're watching the Cougar Coaches Show on Mediacom Channel 22.